What's the best weapon for solo rank? I've been asking that question a lot and haven't come to a clear answer, so I'm gonna go over all of the classes and actually figure out which is the best weapon for solo rank for each class. Alright, so who do we have first on the list? Not that list! Okay, thank you. Who do we have first? OMG, Splatling! Splatling is really good for its barrage of shots and how fast those barrage of shots are. And because nothing can be normal, we have to pick the extreme levels of those two. So that's why I think the Hydra and the Mini Splatling are really good. Specifically, the new Hydra and Mini Splatling. Hydra has a kit of Sprinkler and Big Bubbler, while Mini Splatling has a kit of Beacon and Trizuka. Well, why do I think these two are specifically good for rank? Well, that's because Mini Splatling really excels at getting into the battlefield and really doing a lot of damage, while Hydra Splatling prefers to be more defensive, and with Big Bubbler, it really proves the difference against chargers. Alright, what's next? Oh, shooters. Because of how many weapons there are in this class in particular, because it's a shooter game, it's really hard to just pick one. I could obviously pick Gal 52 and Gal 96 for obvious reasons, just because they have Inkwall and really strong specials. Or I could pick Splattershot just because it has Trizuka. But what are some actual recommendations that I could give to this class? Well, my recommendations would actually be the Neo Splashomatic and the new Splattershot Pro. I believe it's the Frenzy version. I believe these two are really good for solo ranks because Neo Splashomatic has really good DPS and an extremely good special of Tri-Strike, while the Frenzy Splattershot Pro has Tentamissiles, and that is already just a great special on its own. So while I couldn't necessarily pick one, I think these two recommendations are really good. Alright, what's the weapon after that? Rollers! Now, while a certain shopkeeper is picking favorites, I don't really think it's this weapon. Roller really punishes people who are unaware or make risky moves. And so that's why I think the more deserving weapons go to Carbon Roller Deco and Splat Roller, with my preferred option being Carbon Roller Deco, with it being more aggressive. It's not really a competition of who's more aggressive because Carbon Roller just has so many burst options of Burst Bomb and Trizuka. While I think Splat Roller is really good because of Big Bubbler being able to take space, I think Carbon Roller Deco has the best solo ranked experience. Alright, what's next? Ooh, Splatana. Splatanas are one of the coolest weapon classes ever, but picking one or two weapons out of the handful of kits that are available was actually pretty hard. So that's why I'm picking 3 for my recommendation for solo ranked. And believe it or not, it's all the vanilla kits for each main. Stamper at the beginning of the game was really good because it had synergy with Burst Bomb and a special that let them do their own thing with Zipcaster. Wiper is still pretty good with a similar combo tool of Torpedo, and Ultra Stamp is a decent special if you use it well. Then there's Mint Decapitator, with a similar kit to V-Roller, and accomplishing essentially the same goal, but with a better way of attacking by lunging at the opponent. So don't sleep on any of these, because Splatanas are still very powerful and ranked. Which weapon is it this time? I know where this is going. Blasters are known for their explosive damage and their low speed, and because nothing can be normal, we have to find the extreme values of those two. So that's why I'm picking Custom Range Blaster and S-Blast 91, for obvious reasons. Wait, I want to change my answer. Going back on this short, I've read a lot of comments, and they actually said that Rapid Blaster Winter is better. And with the kit of Suction Bomb and Tacticooler, yeah, I see it. It's just N-Zap kit, but Blaster. Yeah, okay, you win. And then there's S-Blast 91. We already know why this is here. Burst Bomb is really good because it's a great combo tool, and then it's great for paints. And then we also have Booyah Bomb, which I don't need to explain Booyah Bomb. It's a Spirit Bomb from Dragon Ball Z. That's what it is! While it was really easy to pick the defining 2 of these blasters, it's given to these weapons for a reason just because of how good their combo potential is in a solo environment such as ranked. Alright, what do we have now? Dualies! Dualies really prioritize really good movement speed and their dodge rolls. So what works well with dually movement? Well, I think it's the Twinkle Splat Dualies and Dapple Dualies Nouveau. Crazy, I know. Twinkle Splat Dualies is really good at taking space really fast because of Big Bubbler. And so you can take advantage of getting into an area with your dodge rolls, set up Big Bubbler, and then throw Fizzy Bombs because you're protected. Not a bad kit for using its dodge rolls to its advantage. And then there's Dapple Dualies Nouveau. Honestly, one of the stronger kits just because of how much burst damage is available to them. They have Torpedo as a decent combo tool in searching for opponents, and then it has Reef Slider for getting in because of the lack of dodge roll movement the weapon has. And I mean, if you don't like that, there's always Dark Tetra Dualies as it's another option with Reef Slider. Alright, what's the weapon class after that? I know a thing or two about stringers. This class was really hard to come down to one objective stringer that's really good, but honestly, all of the stringers are really good at doing niche things. Like take Reflex 450 for example. It's really good at painting with Curling Bomb and Tenta Missiles. And then even its alternate kit, Reflex 450 Milk, is so much better at that because it has a combo tool of Torpedo and Booyah Bomb as a special, which accentuates how good it is in tower control and splat zones. And then on the other hand, Wellstring V is really good at Clam Blitz and Rainmaker because of how much object damage it does and what its kits are really good at. But if you want to go for an overall aggressive approach with Stringer, I'd recommend the Bulbs Tri-Stringer. It's really good because it combos with its sub-weapon of Angle Shooter. And then if you want to push forward and be more aggressive, it has Inkjet as a special. All of them are good in their own unique ways, it's just which weapon you want to use in which ranked mode. Overall, my recommendation is the Bulbs Tri-Stringer for its overall aggressiveness. Okay, a few more times. What does the class wheel say? Oh, easy answer. Brella is really focused a lot on their shield and how much they can tank while pushing ahead forward. So what we need... Oh, who am I kidding? It's Tennisarella Brella.
Alright, Jagoff.
In Splatoon 2, Tenta Camo Brella had Ink Mine and Ultra Stamp, and Ink Mine was a really good sub on that kit. So to have that sub weapon come back on Tenebrella with an even better special of Trizuka makes this special so much better. It could pop shield, and then it could immediately just start Zuka-ing all over the place. Like, oh my gosh. And if that's not your speed, you can always try the other Sorella Brella, the Sorella Brella. With a kit of Autobomb and Inkjet, it's a really good combination for being more aggressive and upfront with your opponents. If you think that's more your speed for your solo rank grinds, then be my guest. But honestly, I think the Sorella Brella is a bit better. Alright, 3 options left. Which one is it? OMG Slosher! I'm gonna be honest, most of the Sloshers are pretty good. Slosher Machine was really good at the beginning of the game because they had Fizzy Bomb and Booyah Bomb, but now it got nerfed to the ground, so it's not as powerful as it once was. However, Slosher has been quite consistent, getting some notable buffs throughout the entire span of Splatoon 3. But then there's also Tri-Slosher Nouveau being annoying up close and then having Fizzy Bomb to deal with long-range threats. And then Tacticooler for more speedy annoyance? Jeez Louise, what an annoying fly this weapon is. But you can't compare that to the wall that is Custom X Splosher with Splash Wall and, believe it or not, a really good get off me button of Splashdown. It surprisingly works really well, and I enjoy the weapon a lot, but we can't talk about Slosher without introducing the new weapon type introduced into Splatoon 3 for the Sloshers, the Dreadringers. Vanilla Dreadringer is really good, even though it has Reef Slider and Section Bomb, which isn't the best, but I mean, it's decent for Zones cheese. However, if you want to go for good movement speed and a decent special, I'd recommend the Horns Dreadringer. The combination of Crab Tank and Curling Bomb, it just allows this weapon to be so much more mobile than it once was. All of these weapons in the Slosher class are really good because they excel at being annoying or doing one specific niche, so to pick one, it was honestly really hard. But if I had to pick one, it would probably just be Vanilla Slosher, just because of how fundamental it is to learning the class as a whole, and then also just being really good at doing combos with Splat Bomb, and then just having really good paint with triple ink strikes. Alright, final 2. Which one is it? Gulp. And the best charger in solo rank is Snipe Rider 5H. Wait, I want to change this answer too. I actually got a lot of backlash from comments saying, why wasn't it E-liter? It should have been E-liter. Dog, it's obviously E-liter. It popped off so bad, and everybody called out how this was some comp propaganda. Even Ollie came into my comment section and said, dude, it's obviously E-liter. Like, are you crazy? And they're right. It is E-liter. Even Ollie explained it best by it's just the best weapon to outrange literally anything. And I agree, yeah. If you want to go into solo rank, use vanilla E-leader and just simply outrange everybody. Easy. So, yeah. Let's carry on to the last one. I'm sorry. Alright, here we go. It could be anything. Whoa, did you guys see that? Brushes. Brushes are very interesting because they only have 3 weapon types, so there's only a handful of kits we can actually choose from. And of course, the best kit is Vanilla Octobrush. Octobrush just fills so many roles that all the other brushes can't really do, and it's a simple kit of Suction Bomb and Zipcaster. Suction Bomb for a decent timed explosion, and then Zipcaster to literally do their own thing and get to places where other brushes really can't. And I think that just enables the weapon further to what the class itself can do. And that's all of the weapon classes. Let me know if you think other weapons are better for solo rank than some of the weapons that I said here. And don't forget to follow. I worked really hard, and please, it goes a long way.